Got that sweet N64.
Yeah, with this is what you really need. You like Nintendo 64? This guy K.eYe.D, pretty sure he's Russian.
I don't know. Let me see.
It just takes a memory card.
Oh,
I got this little guy. You can fit all 400 games that were made for Nintendo 64 on like a 16 gigabyte memory card. It's insane. Do you have your surface all prepped on your part or on your plug? I'm just gonna go ahead and wax it. If you've been following us, you have seen us use this a bunch of fucking times.
Portal paste.
Portal paste. Yep, so wax it, 3 coats. Once on, 30 seconds, once off. By the time you get around the part, it's probably been 30 seconds, so. Wax on, wax off, 3 times. Then we're on to the next step.
You gotta get your Mr. Miyagi on.
Oh, yeah. There's like a little gap underneath here. You can see where it hasn't been sanded. A little gap in there, and if the gel coat gets in there, it'll create a little sharp lip, which can give you some problems when you're vacuum bagging and stuff like that. So fill a little bit of this in here, and then wipe it clean. Same with all the holes where I drilled everything. Waxing these babies.
Yeah, so it just slides in just regular clay.
Run through like Play-Doh or something.
I just say
The good old days. That boy.
Golly.
It is freezing outside. Xavier's actually working on his own car today, so vlog camera, what's up? Yeah, I'm gonna be.
I mean, it's fine when you're not idling. It's only like when you rev it really high and then let it drop. It'll like hit 500 and then it'll go boop, back up to 1,000.
I'm trying to do an intro, guys. God damn it. I'm getting a call. We're still running with this one shot. Today, I'm working on the front lip. We got the rear flares and front flares ready for mold making that we're gonna do on Sunday, right? You're down for Sunday? Yeah. But in the meantime, I don't have time today because it's after a work day. And we only got a couple hours, but in the meantime, I'm gonna foam this guy and maybe lay some mud on it just to get this thing rolling. All I've done is epoxy it down to a piece of 1/8 plywood just to keep it straight. And also to keep that seam so when I start filling it from the front, it doesn't start oozing back through. But I'm basically gonna make this completely straight. You can kind of see it curves in very little bit. But that'll do after I foam the whole back. So what I'm gonna start with is just taking some cardboard like we have done in the last front flares and stuff like that, making kind of like a barrier. I'm gonna sit it on its side and then fill it with foam. So I taped up all of this stuff, created a barrier out of some cardboard we had laying around from boxes and stuff. So that epoxy line is all good and tight. This tape is tight-ish. And I'm just gonna start mixing up some foam and pouring it in there. I've already taken the liberty of marking my sticks. So first line's half the way up the cup, and then the second line's obviously. So we can mix 50-50. We got 3 cups.
How does it mix? Yours is the lowest one. Mine's like all the way to the top. Weird. Is that running?
Yeah. Okay, so it's mostly foamed up. I might actually need a little bit more, but that's all the foam I have right now, so I'll probably order some and then we'll cut this episode in later. But for right now, I'm gonna sand this lip and then skim this real tight so I get an exact 90 between this and that. They're over there still with those brakes. All right, so while I'm waiting on the mud to dry right here, I'm gonna go ahead and cut a little piece of carbon. Basically gonna add a flange to the inside of here. So I can't just have this end, obviously. Every edge of your part needs to have a flange. And the bigger the flange, the easier it is to work with, especially if you're gonna do vacuum bagging and stuff like that. All right, well, both these carbon end plates are on right now. Just need to trim them back. But this is where I'm gonna leave it for now. Well, for tonight at least. They just finished up X's new brakes. But we're gonna go on to day 2 on this because I need to wait for some more foam and stuff to come in. Sorry about all the excess space. We have a tenant here that's a music studio or something like that. Actually, we have 3 music studios that rent space from us, but they're bumping.